Hello, welcome to another snippet of my week. What am I up to? It's Friday night and I'm home alone, so I'm doing some crafting. So this page over here with the love, you would have seen a video on that one. That one's an old one. Working in my altered, I can open this without getting paint everywhere. Working in my altered motoring guide to Australia, altered book, altered atlas book. It's got like all maps of Australia in it. Excuse my scratch paper. So this is a class kit I'm working on, working from a video. I've got my laptop up there. A class kit I got, oh my god, years and years ago, and just pulling it out to finish or to do the page because I wanted to do something but didn't really know what I wanted to do. I've got two of my art journals open, drying from pages I've done tonight and this afternoon, so I've been quite productive. But they're coming up in videos. But this one will not have a video, so I thought I'd take you along and show you. I'm about to do some drawing. I don't do a lot of drawing on my page. If it's a bad drawing, you'll never see it. I will show you when I'm finished. I'll give you a hint. It's a giraffe. Not drawn a giraffe before. As you can see, I've got a very messy desk. I do need to clean up. I've got just stuff everywhere. Then if I go this side, I've got mountains of stuff here. And there's Alexis' jigsaw table over there and just mountains of stuff. Does anyone else do this? And then I have like about a 12 by 12, or maybe a bit bigger than 12 by 12 inches to actually work in. The laptop's propped up. I've got the TV going in the background, so it's all happening here tonight. What are you doing on a Friday? What do you do on a Friday night? I'll come back and show you some more progress in a minute. My page is finished. It was only about an 8-minute video. So it didn't take that long. Well, it took me a bit longer by the time I started and stopped it. I can't even talk tonight. So there's my page. Stand tall with my giraffe. Sort of happy with my giraffe. I'll give you a bit of a close-up. Don't quite like his head, but he's done. I had fun doing him, so it was a nice quick page. So this page kit come from a company called Blue something. They're no longer in business. As I said, I got this quite a few years ago. Did a fair bit of doodling and scribbling around the shapes, which was lots of fun. And the dots on the draft is actually pattern paper, and there's loads of paper and stickers left that I can play with other pages. Can't talk tonight. So there's what I've been doing tonight. Still watching the end of my movie, so I might start something else. What are you doing, Alexis?
Stabbing my finger with hurts.
Okay. Alexis is making I'll turn this camera around, a skirt and a shirt for her little mannequin. Mannequin? I think that's what you call it.
I like fashion.
Yes, she likes fashion.
We're bored with playing online design games.
Yes, so we're using some of our fabric scraps. So this is some of our fabric scraps from our pillowcases we made. So we're attempting to make a skirt. And I'm attempting to make, you may have seen this material a little while ago, I'm attempting to make the curtains today. I thought that's the easiest project to start with. So we might show you the steps that we do. We'll show you Alexis' little skirt and shirt. And look, Alexis made, where's your paper pattern? Can I show them? Alexis has drawn out a paper pattern for her shirt.
You could help me.
I could help you. I could.
This is hard. It keeps coming back.
I will.
Stop videoing and try and help me.
I could stop video and trying to help you, but it's fun to watch you do it all by yourself. Alexis is doing a folded over hem so we can put some elastic through the skirt. And she made her own bodice pattern, so we'll show you what we've been doing.
Actually, Mum told me to do that.
Well, Mum showed you, yes, told you the basics, and then you made the bigger one. I haven't got your head, Alexis, but I don't want to get your head because... I have to edit that bit out.
Hey.
We'll come back and show you some more progress shots. We're not arting today, we're crafting, sewing. Hello. Just to show you what I've been up to. I haven't been doing a lot of paper craft lately. Life circumstances have had me doing other stuff. So Alexis and I did a sewing class the other day. I'll get her to model the piece that she did. This is what I was working on in the sewing class. You got to pick some op-shop clothing and you get to alter it. So I decided to make a bag. So I turned these pair of shorts into a bag. So I sewed along the bottom. I loved the pattern on them. And then I decided to do some decoration on it. I've seen this sort of decoration in a skirt book. I believe it's called 49 Skirts. And this sort of decoration was on the skirt, but I don't really wear skirts, so I decided to try it on a bag. So basically what you do is you cut a whole bunch of these little strips, fold them in half. They're probably about 1.5 centimeters by 6 centimeters. You pin them on and then you just sew around. So I decided to take the pocket off because I thought it would be less bulky, and that took me like 1.5 hours unpicking it. Stupid thing, I couldn't get it off and I didn't want to rip the fabric underneath it. So I took the pocket off and look at the darkness of the fabric. Wonder if that's how that colour the fabric started. So I've got the pocket for another use. So I've done one run, and this is some offcuts of something Alexis was using. So I decided to cut these up, and I've done half my run here. So the idea is to finish this run here, do another run. I've got all these pieces that I cut off the legs, so that's the other half leg. So I've got all these pieces. So I'm going to do the dark run, another light run, and I want to incorporate this fringe somehow. So I think I've worked out how to do that. Then I'm going to put something in the middle. Not sure whether I'm going to do anything to the other side. I think I might just do the one flower, but I like this concept. And it even looked cool on paper, on a scrapbook page or an art journal page. So I may do that as well. We could just glue the little bits of paper around and have it nice and puffy. This is an offcut of Alexis's thing she used, so I grabbed that. And then this was something she used. I thought I might use that. It sort of goes with this and it adds a bit of sparkle, so I could use that as well. So that's what I've been up to, playing with my sewing machine. Haven't done a lot of art lately. Yeah, life gets in the way. I had a lot of paperwork to do, heavy paperwork to do a couple of weeks ago, and writing, so I've done all that now, and now we get to play a little bit more. So I'll bring you back and show you when I finish this. May do a snippet of me sewing it, I'm not sure. Sewing machine's quite noisy, so I don't know what I'll do in that instant, but I thought I'd show you what I'm up to. Don't know whether I'm actually going to use the bag. I probably would. I've got to do some sort of handle on it, but it's quite big, the bag, so I could use it as a shopping bag or a bag to go out or something. I don't know. Sometimes you just make these things and you don't know where you're going to make them. But I'll finish it off and I'll come back and show you what I've been doing. I think I might attempt one in my art journal. I reckon they look really cool and really puffy. Out of ribbon or paper strips. Or even, oh, you could do it out of washi and not fold it over and just do, ooh, now I've got all ideas. Now I want to go play, but I've got work to do. Oh, don't you hate that? I'll be back later. So I thought it'd be smart and set up my phone with my phone tripod over my table and take snippets of me working on these art journal pages. I was following along on some lessons that were at a free retreat at the weekend, a cyber retreat, so you do the retreat in your house. And then I got so engrossed in doing the pages, I forgot to keep turning the camera on for snippets. So this is one of the first ones, just laying down some colour. So I had great intentions, and then I decided to stencil through, use some of the stencils with the watercolours, but that didn't kind of work either. You learn. Also, I learned not to watercolour over gesso surfaces. So I did learn a few things for the retreat, and I show you just summaries of all my pages that I managed to get done. Not all of them, but quite a few. So I thought I'd come on and show you what I'm doing. Sorry about the shadow and the holding of the phone. My silly tripod won't behave. So I've been sitting here and following a class for the last hour, and seriously, that face needs a lot of work. I think I'm going to give up trying to do faces. My flowers need a lot of more work as well. I will work on them and come back and show you what I've done. So this is all just done with acrylic paints. I didn't have the right colours, so I was trying to mix, and then I sort of put out too much green. That's hence why I got a green face, but I might go and tone that down a bit. The class goes on and does a bit more refining in the flowers with pencils and crayons and stuff, and I don't think I'm up to that tonight. I might tackle that tomorrow. But I will come back and show you how this is going. This is part of a free retreat from a Facebook group. They have the classes available for free for 24 hours, and they'll be, unfortunately, that freeness will be expired by the time I get this on YouTube. But I will link it below. There is, I believe it's $150-ish to sign up for the whole year. And you get the classes, I think there's 18 classes over 2 days for the retreat on the weekend. And then there are more classes. I usually don't sign up for it. I just do the free ones, or some of the free ones. But that's what I've been up to tonight. I've been watching TV and trying to paint. Sort of happy with the flowers. Not happy with her neck or her... Down here is supposed to be her shoulder, like she's leaning on her shoulder holding a bunch of flowers. The neck's not right. And I've tried to widen it out here. It needs to come down a bit. I think I've taken it off. It was too big, and then I tried to fix it, and yeah, I've got to go back and fix it a bit more. So I will, go work on it some more, or go do something else and come back to it. Got to work on the hair as well. The hair's not right either. Ugh, nothing's right lately. I like the flowers, but I had fun. Just finished another lesson. This is the cactus lesson. So I don't know which artist did this. I'd have to go look it up. So this is a cactus. Sorry about the light. I'll just see if I can shine it off. And oh, that's going to make it worse. There we go. That's better. So a quick cactus, and I'll zoom in a bit if I can, and it will stay focused. So each of the cactus have collage papers and a bit of just scraps from my scrap bin on them. Sorry, this is a bit dark. Oh, now I'm getting hand shadows everywhere. I'll get my hand out of the way. So just done on approximately A4 sheet of paper. So it's not that big, which was good. So yeah, just collaged all the cactus bits. Look at my desk. It's approximately 2 o'clock in the morning, and I think I'm going to call it quits and go to bed. Otherwise, I'm going to seriously regret it tomorrow. Hoping to get a few more of the lessons done tomorrow. But we'll see how late I wake up and what the day brings. Hopefully it brings lots of art for me. But I'll show you what I get up to. Working on another lesson. I know staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning would not be a bright idea. So I'm very tired today and just feeling and got up a bit later than I thought. So I'm working another lesson. This one involved my jelly plate. I didn't actually pull out my camera until now, I just thought. So I basically just quickly jelly plated these papers and just randomly collaged them down, and then we're going to work on some birds and flowers. This is an old journal page I did. Trying to fill up this wine book. That's one I haven't finished yet. Trying to still finish up this wine altered book that is now turned into 2 books. And I have to put covers on them because they've fallen off. And trying to finish up this book, and I swear every time I flip through it, I find more pages. I believe they breed when I'm not looking. So working on this page, there's some new lessons out today, so I'm just trying to finish up. I didn't get to the whole 9 of yesterday. I never do. I think I take too long, and I pause the video a lot and go and do my stuff. So they're an hour-long lesson, but theoretically they probably take 2 or 3 hours to put that page together, because the lady or the teacher has sped up a lot of the stuff, which is a bit frustrating sometimes, because it takes us longer to do it. But that's what I'm doing at the moment, and I'll come back and show you some progress. Just thought I'd come on and show you my finished piece. So I hand drew some flowers and birds inspired by the piece that the artist finished, and then we painted the white. So we sort of did the negative effect, which is really cool. And then went around it with some black watercolor pencil, and I activated that with a bit of water, and then I decided it needed some dots. I'm having trouble with a lot of white paint pens, so I decided to, while I was at Officeworks the other day, I found this. I did do it in a haul video a while ago. It's an extra fine whiteout pen, and oh, it looks awesome for the dots, and they dry really quickly, and it's really opaque. And because it's got a metal tip on it, metal fine tip, you can get really fine things done. So I'll see if you can see how fine the tips are, the dots are. So really happy with this piece. I went through an ugly stage before when I'd put the first coat of white on it. The pictures weren't very pronounced, so I had to scribble around them again and activate it with water, and then it popped out. So I really love this. This is really cool. I've done this technique before with watercolor paints. Courtney Diaz and that's quite a few videos back. You basically cover your page with watercolor colours anywhere, draw your flowers on, and then paint in the background. So it's a similar technique, except we did these with jelly printed papers. So you can do it any way you like. On to another lesson, see how many more I get done. Alexis is due home soon, so I don't know how many more I'll get done this evening. But I've got some time tomorrow as well, so we'll see. I will show you what else we're doing. Thought I would pop on it and show you another one of the lessons I've completed. This is one of the last ones I did. So this is a watercolor sort of fairy elf. Alexa says it's not a fairy because you can't see its wings. So it's supposed to be lavender sprigs down the bottom, and she's supposed to be inspired by lavender. I'll give you a close-up look. I don't like her eyes. They looked good in pencil when I sketched it out, and I'm not happy with the watercolors. I gessoed the page with some white acrylic paint because I couldn't find my gesso, and the watercolors reacted, these PBO watercolors reacted very funny on it because I don't know whether you'll be able to see, sort of see the grain of the paintbrush, but that's okay. I have to get some decent watercolor paper. I just haven't yet, and I want to play. So, and trying to use up my wine book, my altered wine book. So overall, happy with it. Not real happy with the eyes, but that's okay. I turned up, I did it. I made something. I followed the lesson as best I could, and the more I do, the more I'll improve. So this is another one of the lessons for the retreat. This was a page with a bee on it. So we did a lot of painting of different colours in the background. You can see the wing, the colours poking through here and poking through up here. And then we painted our bee and painted in the white. It's another one of those masking techniques. The bee's got some metallic, so it's shining off the light. Oh, there we go. So I tried to make him nice and fluffy and textured. Don't know whether it's picking up real well on the camera. Then I scratched into some of the white paint to get some marks. And you're supposed to do like veins on the wings, but my white pencil would not write over the top of the paint. So this is all done with acrylic paint. So I really enjoyed this one. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put any wording on it or whether I'm just going to leave it like this. But I thoroughly, come on focus camera. Why is it not? There we go. Thoroughly enjoyed doing this one. I don't paint a lot of animals. This one's all painting. I don't do a lot of that. I want to do a bit more of that in my art journal. So it was a good practice. I love his little legs. I don't know whether I'm going to paint them out in black or leave them just in the pencil. Personally, I don't like bees, but it was the lesson and I did it. I don't like bees because they bite me and I swell up lots. I used to get bitten as a kid a lot in summer. I used to wear sandals and run across my grandma's lawn, and they used to fly in between my foot and my sandal, and then I'd step on them. So they'd bite me several times, which I didn't like. And then my foot would blow up like 3 or 4 times the size of it. So that's a bit of a tangent, isn't it? So I thought I'd show you my bee picture. See if I can get a close-up of him. See if you can see the texture. I sort of dotted the paint on. You can see it in his bottom. Dotted the paint on to give him a bit of fluffy texture. And this is metallic paint, which is really shining with the light. So that was what I did for that lesson. It's still not focusing. There we go. So this journal page, not real happy with it. Don't like it, but I turned up, I opened my journal, I slapped paint down for about an hour and a half, and I had some fun. I decided to include this one to show you that not all my pieces are masterpieces. So this was a background class mainly, and then the lady did a much better tower like this. Almost looked like a lighthouse on her painting, but mine was the wrong way. Maybe I should have done the painting this way. So then I added some of these buildings. So it's more of an abstract. So we did some stenciling in the background. I think my colours were too bright. I'll hold that up because the light is shining. The light is shining off it. I don't do a lot of painting, as I said in another one, so it's good just to, and this page is solely paint. There's no collage, there's no paper, there's no nothing. It's just paint and a paintbrush. So I'm wanting to do more of that, wanting to gain more confidence in that. Let's see if I can take you down and you can see a bit more detail. See if it's going to focus. There we go. So lots of pattern in the background with some of my homemade or my stencils I use for my business. This is our giraffe or stone print stencil. I know that one's on the website. The circle one isn't yet. Come on, focus, camera. There we go. It's not wanting to focus because of the light. And then the background looks like lights or fireworks with the blue, just to give it a bit of, I don't know, give it a bit of definition. So I don't know, do you like this one or not? Comment below if you like my abstract city, but I like how I sort of did the windows. I ran around them with white first, and then I did black on sort of two sides just to give them a bit more depth and dimension. And this I was trying to shade like she was doing in the class, but I failed miserably. I think I was using the wrong colours and the wrong paintbrush. That's alright, I turned up, I opened my book, as I said, and I played. And I had fun playing, so. And I ended up doing, I think 6 lessons out of 18 for the weekend, which was a free retreat or free lessons, and then you can pay for them ongoing, which I'm not going to do, but I had fun doing the ones I did. Yeah, I'm sure I did 6, 3. I think I did 3 yesterday and 3 today. But yeah, this was the one I did late last night. I was working on this, finished this about midnight, so maybe that's why it didn't work out so well. Maybe I should start earlier. But certainly a lot going on. I don't know whether I'll go and rework it again. Or some more. Again, this one's just paint, and I probably said that before. Paint, purely paint, no collage, no papers, no nothing. So it's something I want to get more into doing, but obviously I need more practice on it. I will leave it there. I'll show you what I'm up to. Again, for the week or the month. Not been getting a lot done, a lot of other stuff done. Life's been in my way at the moment, but I'll show you my desk. I must clean it up. I've got all sorts of paints and stencils and more paints over here out that I need to clean up and put away, and then I can move on to another project. I've probably got to do some work now. Damn, I'd rather go and do another journal page. Bye for now. So I thought I'd show you the updated, excuse the hand holding the camera, I've got the shakes tonight, the updated version of this one. I did rework on it again last night, so I'll give you a close-up of the face. So I put another layer of cream over it because I wasn't happy with the green, I wasn't happy with the hair. The hair still looks not very nice, but I'm more happy with the face. And I reworked some more detail into the flowers, especially into the leaves. I did it with some watercolor pencils and put some more detail into the yellow and the purple flowers there. I may go and do some more. I don't think so. I think I'm done. I tend to like to finish things and not go rework them, especially because this is in my altered wine book. The paper is not the best, so if you do too much work on top of it, it doesn't like it. I may go and put a quote up here. I'm not sure. I may just leave it. But I thought I would show you my updated picture. Much happier with this one. The hair still needs work. Alexis can do awesome hair, and I really suck at hair. I suck at faces. I like the flowers. Alexis said the shoulder looked wrong as well. She said I should have brought it more up here. But half the time I don't listen to Alexis anyway. Who listens to their children? She said, where are the fingers? And I said they're greatly disguised under the bunch of flowers, so I didn't have to draw them. Originally I had fingers going up here, but once I got to the paint section I painted them out. So again, this one's done with all paints. That's probably 3 pages I did with all paint at the weekend. I'm just trying to think. 1, 2, yeah, three. So this would be a total of 3 our journal pages I've done solely with paint. There's nothing else on them apart from a little bit of pencil on this one. So I'm liking it, but just not liking the process of it. And it's fun just to get out the paints and just have a play. But I do need to work on the faces a little. That's my goal for this year, is to keep working on my faces and my noses, because this one's got now a mark on it. But I'm happy with the flowers. And I love the pencil detail. I was able to get into them last night, and the shadowing in these ones I really like, and this one I like too. So I like elements of it. So I just thought I'd come back and show you what I did to update this one. Much happier with it. Not 100%. Probably went from about 75% to about 85% happy, but a little bit more happy sounds good. The hair definitely looks better than the copper I had on there. Thanks for watching. I thoroughly enjoyed the retreat weekend. I just added them up. I got 7 out of 18 done. Not bad. But there's no way I could have done all 18, so I picked the ones I wanted to do. Because the classes were only available for 24 hours. But that's okay. There's always next year. Bye for now.